Hello.
Hello. Hej LILs.
What's up, LILs?
Vi bjöd på ett sånt otroligt långt försnack förra gången.
Yeah, not this time.
No.
I got to get home to my family.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're not supposed to know that we do 2 in 1 shot, or...
Yeah,
well, the LILs know.
They do.
The LILs know.
Yeah,
we do 2 in 1 shot.
Yeah.
It makes it easier.
De vet.
We're busy.
Yeah.
We both, for a living, run establishments. We run companies.
Exakt.
For entertainment. So we don't have time.
Man ser det på våra propra kläder.
Yo, what do you think about my outfit?
Det är fint.
Those of you that are watching it, check out. I got a button up on.
I like it. I like your pants. It's very,
Thanks, man.
It matches. Yeah.
I like it too. I felt weird. We could talk about. I was in the States.
Yeah.
I felt weird about fashion.
Uh-huh.
I was in Texas. It was warmer than here, a lot warmer than here.
Mm-hmm.
But it was rainy, and it's still Texas. You know, they dressed a little cowboyish too. But I feel like, as you know, Sweden is pretty fashionable.
Otroligt. Ja, USA brukar inte ha... Det beror på vart man är såklart.
Right. I'm from Miami, which is pretty... Miami's fashionable, but they're, in my opinion, they have like actual... In the fashion world, Miami is a player.
Yeah.
But Miami as a city is very unique in their fashion that we like. We got a lot of Caribbean influence, kind of like our food. And, of course, you dress warm, but it's colorful.
Yeah.
It's like a tropical fashion.
Det passar bara där.
And we match a lot.
Yeah.
So, like, your hat might have the same blue as your shoes.
Yeah.
Which is your belt. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Where I'm from. So that's a lot that I play into my... I think I like Miami fashion.
Ja. Cool. Ja, men jag gillar det.
But Stockholm is a lot of... I feel like I have like kind of a problem with Stockholm fashion because I feel like it's a lot of following. Trend. It's like a lot of trend following.
Ja, men så är det ju. Inte bara i Stockholm kanske, i Sverige.
Okay.
Men det är det väl. Men det är så skillnad också på ett ställe som Miami där du har mycket accessoarer som liksom pimpar dig.
Yeah.
Och här är det inte riktigt den kulturen, för vi har så mycket lager på oss för att det är typ kallt 11 månader.
I think it's too much black.
Yeah, black never goes out of style. No, but no, svart funkar alltid. Man kommer tillbaka till det, du kan alltid ha svart på dig. Sen går det trendigt att man kan bara... en del har... Nu är det bara svart som gäller. Men det funkar ju alltid liksom.
But like flowing clothes seems and doesn't go out. Yeah. Big flowing black.
Yeah.
That's how I would describe a lot of Stockholm fashion.
Yeah, that might be true.
But I have a friend who's kind of in that world. Might be the most fashionable guy I know.
Huh.
He's kind of a model / DJ. It's somebody. It almost feels
Did you
American.
say model / DJ?
Like model. He plays music at clubs sometimes.
Yeah.
I've seen him modeling. I've seen him on a 7-Eleven commercial.
Okay.
He's like the most fashionable dude I know. He's I want to say Gambian Swede.
Okay.
But black Swede guy. And his name's Alex. Shout out to him. He's been supportive of me and my other pods and stuff. He's even sent me some free shoes before. Yeah.
I've never had shoes sent to me.
No, we talked on our on my pod, Silva Hender.
Yeah. And
we were talking about shoes or whatever. My friend never buys shoes. Amat, he met Amat.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like whatever. He doesn't care about fashion. And then our buddy Alex was like, bro, I'll send you some shoes. And he sent both of us a pair of shoes.
Nice.
That were trendy or whatever. But this dude, he wears a lot of rings. It's inspired me. You see, I got...
Yeah, you got some rings.
I got 2 rings besides my wedding ring. Very fashionable dude. He wears colors too.
That's cool.
Big shoes though, not my thing.
Like he doesn't have big feet but big shoes.
The shoes are big.
Yeah.
I know it's trendy or whatever.
Beror på hur stora de är. Jag kan tycka att det kan vara...
Like it could be... What's this?
No, that's big.
I mean, how many in centimeters?
I don't know. I
don't know how many centimeters
it's kind of like kanske en decimeter. It's like 10 centimeters maybe.
So like a 10 centimeter sole he might have on.
I don't like that.
Right.
Yeah. But I got a bad back. I need like...
This is some old man shit.
Yeah. I don't like my shoes.
You know what? I can't be wearing what all the kids wear. My back is not working right.
I need shoes to be qualified by a chiropractor.
I need the Nike Air Orthopedics. That's not fair. I used to say that as a joke when I was a teenager.
Okay.
So I recycled that. I apologize. We got to make it new, man. Let's teach me Swedish. It's for the LILs.
Yeah.
I can't be using jokes from when I was in middle school.
Nej, plus bekväma skor är bra skor. Så är det också.
I don't know about that. Yes, I agree. But I feel like I never have enough shoes, man. What's your shoe game like?
Jag önskar att jag köpte mer skor. Jag köper mer kläder än skor. I wear shoes until I...
Like, this is nice.
This one?
Those of you watching.
Yeah.
Like,
Jag har precis börjat ändra mina klädval så jag köper mer kvalitetsmärken lite dyrare.
Yes.
Istället för massa skit. Så köper jag försöker sortera garderoben.
I just made that decision. I started to I hope it doesn't come off as skryt. But
Sure.
I started to pay myself more.
Yeah.
Because I pay myself a modest amount from my company, which generates a pretty good, I don't know, I do run a club, but I still spend a lot of money, whatever.
Yeah.
And I started consciously paying myself a little bit more just so that I could buy some clothes. Like, I started back reading my GQ magazines. I told you my...
Yeah, you showed me, yeah.
I told you my strategy for fashion or seeing what's hot is to look in GQ. It's super expensive. I can't afford any of it. But then I get some inspiration.
Yeah.
So that's my thing now.
Hitta något som liknar.
I get inspired by you, man.
Yeah. Tack.
For real, man. I always like, woof. Colors too? You don't do the whole just dark.
No. I like colors, yeah.
Yeah, man. I think it's important. I'm a Miami boy. And y'all be complaining about the dark here.
Yeah. You need to sparkle.
Sparkle it up.
Yeah. Jesus.
Sparkle. Would you wear like a glitter, like a sequins?
What do you mean, like lights glitter or
no? Sequins is like the stuff that's on like a disco ball.
Yeah,
you see people wear that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean not like on a daily. Like if it was a party, I wouldn't mind. I don't mind. I don't like dressing up. I don't like costumes.
Okay,
but I could dress up. Like for a party, I could dress up in something
like a suit
or a suit that's ridiculous, but it's a party outfit.
Okay,
men jag gillar inte att vara utklädd till Rödluvan och vargen. Alltså, I don't like dress up.
What was that?
Rödluvan, Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh, okay.
I don't like that.
You don't like dress as a character.
Yeah, Halloween is not my thing.
Okay. I do this app I want to suggest to you.
Okay.
It's called Birds Relations. You know I have a relationship podcast.
Okay, yeah.
Called Perfecta Parted.
Yeah.
My wife and I are the perfect couple. Check that out if y'all want to hear a relationship podcast. We had a guest on as a psychologist, and they started an app for couples.
Okay.
It's called Birds Relations.
Okay.
And on this app, one of the things we do there's like articles about relationships and trials and tribulations and all that stuff. But one of the things that's on there is a daily question about your partner.
Uh-huh.
And they answer it about you too.
Oh.
So then I go in. Damn, I sound like I'm doing a commercial.
I like it.
But I really think it's cool if you're in a relationship. I don't know how much it costs for real.
Yeah.
Because they, as a thing, they gave us a membership.
Yeah.
But for instance, today, the question was, if you were to go to a costume party, what costume would your partner choose?
Oh.
Yesterday's question, if you were to move to another country, which one would your partner choose?
So the
every day there's a new question that you answer about each other.
Och då man ska få lite så här insikt i att jag vet inte så mycket om min partner.
Exactly.
Nice.
That happens a lot. We both say USA for where we would live.
Yeah.
She didn't answer a lot of questions. I went back to like October 30th and she didn't answer shit, so fuck her. Our divorce is coming soon. But
that's the downside of the Birds app.
Yeah, man, it increases divorce. But I highly I recommend it as a cool thing to keep. It's kind of a spark without sex thing.
Yeah.
You get a spark, but it doesn't mean you're fucking more. A divorce spark.
I like it.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a cool thing. I don't know how I got on that, but
I love hearing about your life. I was just answering a text at the same time, so I looked really uninterested, but I was.
No, you seem interested. All right.
Okay.
I feel like we don't want to do another 15-minute opening.
No, let's bring in the fills. Let's get the show started.
Fucking idiot losers.
Yeah.
I'm going to be teaching today. So let's do it.
Yeah. Det här är Teach Me Sweden. Det här är en historiepodcast med mycket humor där 2 komiker och goda vänner försöker lära varandra svensk historia. Jag heter Erik Broström.
And I'm Jonathan Rollins, and in this episode, I'm going back to the USA.
Oof.
Before the USA.
You just blew my mind.
Yes. We're going to talk about some log cabins.
Japp. Och rivalitet med tyskar.
Yeah, man. Is it the Dutch?
Dutch and Germany. I don't
all
know.
of Europe
Dutch is Holland. Yeah, that's true.
Dipping toes in the new world.
This is Teach Me Sweden, not Teach Me Europe.
Yes. Fuck them all.
Fuck them.
Oh my God.
Shit.
Those of you watching, that's the best acting you've done.
I wasn't acting because I was texting again. I was texting before.
I shocked you.
You shocked me, man. I love it.
I don't know if I shared this, but speaking of acting, I'm starting to feel like an actor. I've done some acting stuff.
Yeah, you did. A well-paid acting gig. Yeah.
Why you gotta bring?
Because it was.
That makes me feel weird.
Be proud.
I'm proud, y'all.
Yeah.
I got a well-paid acting gig.
Yeah.
Hopefully I get more, man. I want to act more. I feel a little more comfortable now.
I told you you had nothing to worry about.
You did. Thank you for the encouragement.
Det är klart att du fan.
I have another friend who's done this pod before, Catherine, she's an actress.
Yeah.
And she's told me that she encourages me to.
Yeah.
I have low confidence in that. I'm confident that I can make people laugh. That's it.
Yeah.
But did I tell you that somebody? I don't know how much I'm allowed to say.
Okay.
But somebody was so bad that they got fired on the spot.
Oh, on that gig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you that?
No.
That happened.
Wow.
I wasn't there. I just heard it through the grapevine.
Shit.
That at this gig, but I can't imagine. Well, they were from the country we were in, but they got fucking. You got one more chance.
Wow. Hur mycket kan man fucka upp då? Shit.
Can't say your shit, man.
No. Shit.
It's not their first language, so I get it, but.
Yeah, but still.
Whew.
Crazy.
I thought something like that was going to happen to me.
Så länge det inte händer dig, vad jag tänkte säga.
I'm over here like, and then I heard about that, and then like, all right, hey man, I heard somebody got fired today. Anyway, go your turn.
They decreased the chances. You got 2.
Those of you watching, we found out today that the software here does gestures based on what we do.
Yeah, so if you do a thumbs up, it does a thumbs up.
I apologize. This is corny as fuck.
Yeah. Men om du lyssnar, spelar ingen roll.
About it. You just might hear us complain about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Teach Me Sweden. Believe it or not, a couple minutes in, we are a Swedish History podcast.
Yeah, and you're teaching me about Swedish history today.
Yes, and let's get into it.
Let's go.
King Gustav Adolf.
Yeah.
Ever heard of this guy?
Lite grann. Jag har drunknat i kungar.
Yes, we've spoken about him in the past on this podcast.
Yeah.
You've said that he kind of steered Sweden in a big way, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Gustav Adolf, or is he not the one?
I think so. Gustav II Adolf. Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Well, he had a vision that we haven't explored yet, that we will explore today.
Like.
This vision was to have a Swedish colony on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean.
Whoa.
They wanted Sweden to have land in the New World.
Vilket år var det?
In the New World.
Yeah.
Is America.
Yeah, of course.
I had to make sure you knew what the New World
was.
I
know.
I have some dramatic shit written here.
Yeah.
It was the 1620s. So America's not America yet.
No.
America's just, the
New
place
World.
that is found by the great and wonderful person.
Yeah.
Christopher
Columbus. And we got a thumbs up.
We got a thumbs up right when I said it. When I was in Spain for that that gig.
Yeah.
And the guy, it was Columbus Day. Oh, I was there.
Oh, do they have that in Spain? Sorry.
That's what I said.
Jag trodde det var en amerikansk grej. Som de har tagit, men de har tagit bort det nu, eller?
And I was, now they're calling in like a Native American blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, good name.
Happy Native American blah, blah. The song is great.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But the guy was saying that there's so much traffic right now. The driver of the car, he was saying there's so much traffic right now because there's parades for Columbus Day.
Wow.
Columbus was Italian.
Yeah, och han upptäckte inte ens Amerika. Alltså, han fick credit för det.
Yeah.
Men det var ju vikingar där. Det var massa där innan. Och för inte prata om de som bodde där.
And it's called America, named after explorer Amerigo Vespucci.
Yeah,
who really found America. Yeah, not found, but you know.
Yeah.
So the guy mentioned in the car, he was like, Columbus. He was Italian, but Spain paid for the trip.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
celebrate.
Have a day off and have a festival.
Oh.
And he said, he found America. And I was like, did he?
Yeah.
And it got really weird when I said, did he?
Yeah.
But I don't care. Fuck Columbus. He was a piece of shit, by the way.
Eller hur?
Yeah, he was a piece of shit.
Fuck that guy. Nu är det, men, så det här var 1620 någonstans.
This is 1620s.
Yeah.
America wasn't fully established yet. America's not the United States of America until 1776. So it was a big mass of pretty unexplored land. The king, Gustav Adolf, had come into contact with a Dutchman named Willem Usselincx. Sorry, Willem Usselincx. And on December 21st, 1624, Usselincx was commissioned to form a trading company. This is going to be their way to kind of see what's over. See what's going on. It took time, but then 2 years later, June 14th, 1626, they organized what's called Söderkompaniet. And it was founded by what's called a letter of privilege, which in Swedish, oktroj. That's this letter of privilege with exclusive rights to trade in different places around the world. There was some in the Middle East, some in Africa, and then they included East Coast, the U.S.
Okay.
After the king's departure, because there was the war in Germany, also known as the 30 Years' War.
Yeah.
The company's development came to a standstill.
Okay.
So the king's like, all right, we'll visit that later.
Yeah. Pause.
And I think we've talked about him going to this war too.
Ja.
Did he die?
Han kan ha dött.
I don't remember.
Jag kommer inte heller ihåg.
In 1635, during a visit to Amsterdam, Chancellor Axel Oxenstierna.
Yeah, that guy.
We've mentioned him before.
Yeah.
He came in contact with the Dutch merchants Samuel Blomaert and Peter Minuit.
Ooh, French.
Minuit had previously worked for the Dutch West India Company.
Den har vi pratat om.
Yeah.
Herregud, allt kommer tillbaka.
Yeah, exactly. This one ties a lot together.
Yeah.
And he served as the governor of the colony called New Netherland. So he knew the area around Delaware. Because once America got discovered, it's like everybody's trying to figure this thing out. Who's going to take this new land?
Right.
But America's big as shit. So it's a big thing to take on ownership.
Yeah.
But he knew the area around the Delaware River. And he knew that it was sparsely colonized. And he was like, why don't we go there?
Eller hur? Finns det säkert en plätt vi kan...
It's too cold for the natives.
Yeah.
They ain't fucking with that, man. Let's go over there, man. We can make a turnpike. In 1637, Söderkompaniet was reorganized into what's called the Nova Sueca Kompaniet, the New Sweden Company. Sueca is Sweden in Spanish. I don't know if
I thought it was Spanish.
And they had the task of establishing a Swedish-Dutch trading post in North America. So now they're making moves to try to see what's up with this new land. Man, a part of me, as I read this, was kind of wishing Sweden like
did it.
Well, they really did it.
Yeah,
it would be so cool. It'll like tie my life together.
Yeah, but maybe,
and we'd have healthcare.
Yeah,
probably.
But maybe you wouldn't be born.
Like slavery was going on already, right?
I mean, if a butterfly flaps his wing.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
Sweden they dabbled in slavery, but they didn't really dig it like that.
Yeah.
So they probably wouldn't have America like that. And then how many Olympic medals will we miss out on without slavery?
A lot.
I know that's fucked up. That might be the worst thing I ever said on this podcast. So they have 5 Swedish partners.
Mm-hmm.
It's Axel and Gabriel Oxenstierna.
Yeah, brothers, I presume.
Yeah. They're the brothers. And cousin Gabriel, same last name. Bengtsson Oxenstierna. Claes Larsson Fleming.
Nice. Claes Larsson Fleming, yeah.
Super Swedish. And Peter Spiering.
Spiering.
And they also had 6 Dutchmen. Among them was Bloemaert that I talked about earlier.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say his name. I don't know.
But German names are hard.
And they're all the co-owners. So they're half Swedish and they're half Dutch.
Yeah.
And they're like, boom, let's do this. They made an expedition. They prepared for an expedition secretly because they didn't want to offend Dutch West India Company.
Okej.
Because they're like...
Men det var också svenskt? Eller alltså...
The West India Company, I think they're Dutch.
Oh, they were? Oh, I thought they were... Okay, my bad.
Well, Sweden had their own company, trading company. But they're an independent trading company, but they don't want to like encroach.
Yeah, right.
Because Dutch West India Company, as I thought I remember that it was pretty big.
Yeah, I think so.
They don't want to fuck with them.
Yeah.
And the Dutch West India Company dominated the area at the time.
Okay.
So half of their crew consisted of Swedes, the rest were Dutch. Their commanders were mainly Dutch, and they had more experience in the transatlantic voyages.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
They had that as their advantage. And then in 1637, the end of November, the ships Kalmar Nickel and Fågelgrip.
Good name.
They were like, these are the ships we're taking over.
Vad är de bästa namnen de kunde komma på?
Fågelgrip. What is grip in Swedish?
I guess grip is a kind of
like
bird.
Oh, it's a bird.
Yeah. I think grip is a bird.
So that's like fågel and then another bird.
Yeah.
The bird.
Let's get on the boat, Dog Labrador.
Same type of thing. I don't know any cat species. Oh, cat Siamese.
Yeah, exactly.
Captain Siamese. They had 24 men on board. No women. Fuck that.
Of course.
23 were military, and they had a bookkeeper.
Wow.
To make sure nobody spent more than they were.
Vad skulle de spendera på båten?
I don't know. They're just like, nej.
Ja.
Du betalar det?
Det är svenskt. Det är väldigt svenskt.
We need a bookkeeper. Minuit was in command, and he left the port of Gothenburg, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Gothenburg.
Yeah, good harbor.
Adrian Göransson was the captain, and Jan Henriksen van der Watter.
Van der Watter?
He was on Fågelgrip was Adrian Göransson.
Yeah.
And then Jan Henriksen van der Watter was on Kalmar Nickel. Sounds like he was Dutch.
Yeah.
And the Swedish group was led by Lieutenant Måns Nilsson Kling. On March 23rd, 1638, they arrived at Delaware Bay. It's time to fucking make America Swedish. Swedish for the first time.
Yeah.
They went up the Delaware River. It's so hard for me to say those two words back to back. And I feel like I'm going to have to a few more times.
Delaware River.
The Delaware River. And then they went to the West Bank of that West Bank.
Okay, yeah, no, not inte den som är på tal nu.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they landed on a headland at the confluence of Kristinekill, whatever. It's called the Christina River now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So they went there, and they called it Paradise Point. That was the area that was inhabited by the Lenape people, or known as the Lenape. So it's like some Native Americans.
Yeah.
And they were like, fuck y'all, this is our shit.
Yeah.
As you do.
Som brukligt var i den nya världen.
These are really nice people.
Yeah.
We're taking this. Sweden's trying their hand at a little colonialism.
Yeah.
On March 29th, Minuit made a land purchase thanks to the bookkeeper.
Det är därför han var där.
He's like, bookkeeper, come here. Tell these people.
Finally,
we're gonna buy your shit. The 5 chiefs of the Lenape people sold the land to the Swedes.
Yeah.
The agreement included the land on the west bank of the river, from Bombay Hook, at the mouth of Delaware River, in the south of the mouth of the Chute. Do you know the Northeast geography at all? You know where Delaware is?
Vaguely. Is it
you got like New York?
Yeah.
And then when you go south, it's like New Jersey.
Yeah.
And then the next state is Delaware. Oh,
gotcha. Yeah.
And then Delaware's really small.
Yeah.
And then you get to Maryland.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's where.
Yeah.
So it's all on the East Coast though.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Turnpike.
Yeah.
The Jersey Turnpike. The agreement was signed for the area on April 8th at the boat, the Kalmarnykel. And the purchase price consisted of merchandise. So they traded. Hey, man, we'll take all your land for these furs. I don't know if it was furs, but it was merchandise. IKEA furniture.
Yeah. Här är några Billys.
We have some Spotify subscriptions.
Yeah.
If you're interested. The first settlement they built was called Fort Christina. Named after Drottning
of course.
Christina.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it was completed in the fall of 1638. So 1638, now Sweden has a piece of land in America.
Wow.
A settlement.
Shit.
Where people could come and go. They built houses there. They used a technology they called knotty timbering technology. I didn't look into it. But it was a building method that was new to North America. So people were like, oh my God, what is this? Oh,
is it the...
I don't know if it's the crisscross logs.
Okay.
I don't know.
No.
But it sounds like it. Knotty timbering.
Yeah.
Should I look it up?
Or is it naughty?
Naughty.
Yeah, it's a lot
timbering
of
with
a lot
really
of phallus
dirty
symbols. Let's go there.
It's spelled naughty like a knot.
Yeah.
In a shoelace.
Yeah.
And this is knotted timber. I've seen this type of wood before.
Yeah.
It's a type of wood. That it looks like on a birch tree if you're out there.
Oh.
Wood fans out there.
Yeah.
I used to have a bed made out of birch tree.
Is that björk? Birch? Is it white with spots?
Kinda.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now I'm curious. I had a bed made of Alaska birch wood. Sandra made me throw it away because she knew.
Björk är väldigt svenskt. Så
björkträd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Sandra made me throw that bed out.
Because she doesn't like Björk, the artist.
She knows that's the music every time we had sex, it sounded like Björk.
Yeah. Yeah. Classic. It's not for everyone. Not for everyone. Yep.
No, she knew that I used to use that bed for dirty stuff.
Yeah. Naughty stuff.
Naughty.
Naughty style.
For naughty stuff.
It's naughty style.
Are you tying women up? All right, so the settlement was Drottning Christina.
Yeah.
They had the naughty naughties.
The naughty naughties, yeah.
naughty. But the people around, the relations with the locals, it was good.
Yeah.
They're Swedes, man.
Yeah.
They're not
humble and shy.
Yeah, exactly. They're not coming in like England.
No.
It's like, this is ours.
Yeah.
This isn't it.
Yeah.
It's our land, isn't it?
It's ours, isn't it?
I put a flag on it. I suck with it, British accent.
Got some fish and chips, love. Me too. I suck at it. No.
I don't know.
No.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
For years, I thought I had a good Jamaican accent. And then...
then you went to Jamaica.
Every Jamaican's like, what the fuck are you? And I finally heard it a little later in life. Oh, I suck.
Oh, yeah.
But the relations with the local population was good from the start. They traded in basic goods with the Lenape people.
Yeah.
It was working out. There was a lot of fur trading, stuff like that back then. The Swedes had a lot of common with the local people.
Yeah.
So that was good. They both liked they were used to socializing with other peoples and living in the forest.
Yeah. Perfect.
Just like now.
Yeah.
Swedes socializing. Tensions arose though with other European settlers. Because, you got your beefs, man.
Yeah, French.
The Dutch?
Oh, yeah.
French. They had Dutch because, they were working with the Dutch. So the Dutch were coming there and they were being Dutch. Mm-hmm. You know how that is.
Yeah.
And they had a colony called New Netherlands in America that was formed in 1614.
Yeah.
So they've been there. So they're like, what the fuck, Swedes?
Yeah.
We're over here trying to take advantage of these people.
Eller hur? För jag hörde att innan New York blev York så var det New Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm. That's coming up.
Ooh.
Well done, sir. You need to stop reading stuff.
I do.
Make yourself
You're
dumber.
supposed to teach me.
Exactly.
Jag ska inte läsa mer.
But the New Netherlands was located around the Hudson River.
Uh-huh.
I forget his name. the
pilot. Yeah, Sully. Yeah.
Yeah, Captain Sully. Shout out to Captain Sully.
Shout out.
And that was a little north of New Sweden. So this is where we're at. And this, I think, subconsciously, this is why Swedes love New York so much.
Oh.
There's a tie there.
Huh.
The Hudson is right there, man. Captain Sully.
Yeah, I guess.
But it was I'll get to another thing too that I noticed when I lived in New Jersey. But so New Netherlands was a little north of New Sweden.
Yeah.
They had the settlement of Fort Nassau on the east bank of the river.
Mm-hmm.
The Dutch, they were protesting the arrival of the Swedes. They're like, fuck these guys. We're the Europeans that need to be here. But then they had an alliance during the 30 Years' War. So they're like, we gotta fuck with each other.
Just det.
So they avoided conflict early on because of that. There was an English colony called the Colony of Virginia.
Okay.
Which is in the area of the U.S. now called Virginia.
Yeah.
Which is south of Maryland.
Right.
So if we keep going directly south on the East Coast, you got Virginia.
Yeah.
That was founded even earlier than New Netherlands.
Huh.
So Europeans were all like dipping their toe in the American water. All of them saying, fuck the natives. I just want to say that.
Yeah.
Nobody gave a shit about the natives.
Självklart.
All the nations were claiming land in the area despite being largely devoid of European population. So like, there's natives here. What are you talking about? How's this your land? The colony was located on both sides of the lower Delaware River, primarily in present-day Delaware.
Yeah.
But it also included parts of southern Pennsylvania, western New Jersey, which is where I used to live. I lived in kind of South Jersey, and the westward inland parts of Maryland. The part I'll add is I used to drive up and down the turnpike in New Jersey. It gets you basically from Delaware to New York City.
Yeah.
You can drive the turnpike. And there is a place in New Jersey on exit 3, I believe, on the turnpike, when you go south, like getting down to Delaware, called Swedesboro.
Oh, really?
And I was wondering back then, is it?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
They just it's like a coincidence.
Yeah.
But Swedesboro is actually one of the settlements.
Oh, shit.
In 1642, they called it Sveaborg, which today is Swedesboro.
Oh.
And then they had a place, now there's a part north of New York in Connecticut, which is north of New York, and it's now called Bridgeport, Connecticut. But before, it was called New Stockholm.
Oh! Fan då, det hade varit så härligt att ha.
It would have been so cool if Sweden would have just fucking put their foot down, be a little more of assholes, and take over.
New Stockholm, det hade varit underbart.
I'm so like, it would have been, I think Sweden never committed to fucking atrocities big time. You know what I'm saying?
After they did post-Viking?
Post-Viking. It's like they learned a lesson in the Viking time.
Yeah.
So it would have been nice if Sweden would have been the white folks that landed on these places and really, I guess it takes more force though than they were willing to apply.
Vi var kanske inte tillräckligt många. Vid ett tillfälle var vi väl, jag vet inte.
Yeah, if they would have, imagine if they would have really kept their stronghold on Finland, Denmark, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we would have had something. Fuck.
You know how much easier my life would have been if I came here and I knew Swedish already?
Yeah. But again, the butterfly.
Yeah, it'd be different, yeah. It wouldn't have been as exciting when my friends told me, "Hey man, there's 25 Swedish girls."
Right.
But I get that in Swedesboro.
Yeah. I go to Swedesboro twice a month, man.
Yeah, man. We go look at the Swedes. They're so social.
So social.
I found a timeline of the settlements.
Yeah.
Oh, here's some of the areas. They got Fort Christina, of course, named after Drottning Christina. Fort Elfsborg.
Nice.
Elfsborg.
Yeah.
Which is Nya Elfsborg.
Oh,
in Swedish.
Yeah.
It was in 1643. Fort New Gothenburg.
Nice.
Which is today Essington. Fort Nya Korsholm.
Nya Korsholm.
In 1647. I keep thinking 19.
Yeah.
It's today's Southwest Philly.
Oh.
One of the blackest parts.
Nice. We just surrendered.
It's so crazy. Yeah. It's like the hood.
Yeah.
And it was Fort Nya Korsholm in 1647.
Herregud.
Then in 1651, Fort Trefaldighet.
Yeah.
Trefaldighetskansen was conquered in 1651, and today it's Newcastle, Delaware.
Oh shit!
You might have heard of that, yeah. So those are some of the areas, and that's all right in that little area there. Some of their settlements: 1641, Finland had Delaware County, and that's now Delaware County, Pennsylvania. Swedesboro, 1642, which was it's in South Jersey. Bridgeport, Connecticut. It's so cool that they skipped over New York and then they had Bridgeport, which is New Stockholm.
Det är ingen som kommer vilja ha det här, vet du?
What could be good in New York? Let's not even take that. Let's do Philly, Jersey, and Connecticut.
Jag gillar inte musikaler. Nej.
What is this, Liberty? A big port with water and all these islands?
Nej, vi har massa vatten i Stockholm.
It's too similar to Stockholm.
Yeah, fuck it.
You know there's a lot of similarities between New York City and Stockholm. The city, it's a city
surrounded
bridges.
by water. Yeah,
it's so many bridges that connect.
Det är sant.
It's like a lot of islands. They could have.
That's the similarities, though.
Yeah.
Other than that, New
That's
York
kind of
is New York is kind of fucking awesome.
Wait, you don't think?
Jo, jag gillar Stockholm, men
you don't think Times Square is the same as Sveavägen?
Det är exakt likadant. Sveavägen.
There's a big picture there. There's a big billboard.
Yeah. De gör sitt bästa.
Yeah. 1643, like I said, Southwest Philly. And then we had New Vasa, was West Philly, where Will Smith is from.
Oh my God.
Born and raised in the playground was where Swedes spent most of their days.
God damn.
1644, man.
That's what he's singing and rapping about.
There was a place, this means I've been to this place in Sweden in 1645. Right now, it's called Yeadon, Delaware County. I don't know. In Pennsylvania. Delaware County, Pennsylvania. It was called in 1645 Mölndal.
Mölndal?
I'm about to go. I've done gigs there. I got a friend from there.
Yeah.
I go there to perform sometimes.
Crazy.
1647. I don't know why maybe this is not fun for everybody, but this is fun for me.
It's fun for me. I didn't know this.
I'm familiar with this part of the U.S. West Philadelphia, another one, Torne. It was called Aronamek. And it's today's King Sessing neighborhood in West Philadelphia, another one. Present-day Philadelphia, Beaversrede, 1648.
Jesus.
I don't know. I think it's
they had all these colonies.
All these colonies were Swedish, all in a very important part of America.
Yeah.
100 years later, these places are where they wrote the Bill of Rights, they wrote the Constitution.
Yeah.
All of that stuff happened in these places that used to be fucking Sweden.
Shit.
New Sweden.
Shit, vad snabbt det vänder.
Would Sweden have written right to bear arms?
Would they?
Ni kan inte ha en vapen.
Yeah.
Ett vapen, nej.
De hade liksom... Nej, jag vet inte. Nej, det hade
I wonder, like, would it have been, like, it might have changed such a sliding doors moment for me.
Yeah.
If Sweden with their socialist mentality, or would New Sweden have affected old Sweden? Like, what's so bad about guns? It's like,
shit, man blir galen på att tänka på det.
Yeah,
Fan,
man.
det kunde varit annorlunda.
There's some history we'll talk about. Of course, the colonizers came from all over the Swedish Empire, and back then, Swedish Empire kind of branched out. It's the 1600s.
Yeah.
Sweden was sparsely populated because so much immigration with an E, where Swedes are going all over the world.
Yeah.
And they still do. It's one of the most traveled people in the world. Shout out to y'all, Swedes.
We are?
Yes.
Awesome.
I think
clap.
I don't know the exact number, but a high percentage of Swedes live outside of Sweden.
Huh.
I think it's like I want to say 30%, something crazy.
That sounds very much.
I'm going to look it up right now.
Sounds like a lot.
Swedes living outside of Sweden.
Det är 30% är mycket alltså.
I'm saying abroad because it's better.
Yeah.
Of course, my first search sucks.
Swedes percentage abroad.
$546,000.
Det är många.
That's what, 0.5? That's not.
Men det är mycket. Det är väldigt mycket.
Lot, yeah. I think in relation to other countries, I've read that it's pretty high. Okay, that's not 30%. That's crazy. 30% would be crazy. It's like 3 million.
Yeah. But it's still a lot.
A lot of Swedes live abroad. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everybody. I lied.
Shame. For shame.
The first immigrants were criminals.
Ja, såklart.
So they had to choose between doing time here, which used to suck.
Jo.
Being in the fucking, you never know.
Yeah.
Standing there, hey, how y'all doing? I'm a criminal.
Scum deluxe. Yeah.
So they were like, all right, either you, imagine if they did this now. Either you do your sentence here in Sweden, or you live at least 5 years in America. I wonder when they stopped that.
Oh.
And then they have voluntary immigrants after the prisoners. Why would you send your fucking prisoners to America?
Yeah.
Voluntary immigrants, they came mainly from Western Sweden. Dalarna, Jämtland, we've done an episode about that. Värmland, we haven't done one about that. And Ångermanland, I don't know what Ångermanland.
Okay.
Where people change their minds a lot.
Yeah.
A lot were Swedish Finns that left and went out there. And they have been forced to flee Värmland to avoid war with Russia.
Oh, because they were coming up from the north.
Yeah. They're like, man, we'll go to New Sweden. Let's get out of here. I can see that.
Yeah.
And then there were war deserters that just like, I'll go to America and criminals.
Om alla i världen skickar sina fångar och war deserters, det är kanske därför ni wrote the Declaration and the right to bear arms.
It's like, man, we need to these motherfucking. And this is still 100 years before America's. 130 years before America is actually formed.
Crazy.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
The Swedish government wanted to reduce the Finnish share of the population because why not?
Yeah.
And they ordered the governors in Värmland to arrest homeless forest Finns and bring them to Gothenburg. Before sending them to New Sweden.
Wow.
So it's like, all right, we're going to see in America, but first.
Ska hitta några finnar i skogen. Let's play a prank on them. Yeah. We knock them out. They wake up. Where are we? Delaware.
We're listening, man. Hey, did you hear the signal?
Yeah.
Hey. Jag har inga pengar just nu. The homeless Swede. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Förlåt.
Det är okej.
They're like, we're taking them to Gothenburg first so they get the subway system out of there.
Yeah.
You don't stand on the subway.
Ease into it.
And then they went in July 1641, Kalmarnykel again.
Yeah.
And another ship called Charitas. That I don't know, Charitas. How would you say that, Swedish? Charitas.
I don't know.
It doesn't sound Swedish.
Sounds like Latin or Spanish or something. I don't know.
Columbus. Oh. They did 12 expeditions to the new colony.
12 på hur många år?
It's the whole thing. This whole thing lasted 17 years.
Okay, shit.
So within that time, 12 expeditions. That's almost once a year.
Yeah.
All right, get the immigrants. Get the prisoners. bring them to Gothenburg. Get the Finns.
Yeah.
The dirty people.
Yeah.
Women. No.
Just dirty Finns. Yeah.
Most of the ships belonged to the New Sweden Company, except for the Katten and Örnen, which was a part of the Swedish fleet.
Yeah.
Every ship came from Gothenburg for New Sweden.
Yeah.
And they traveled across the North Sea. Between 1638 and 1642, that's when they built up Fort Christina.
Yeah.
For the Queen. The guy Minuit, he was the one who started the construction and oversaw that, and that was like the main base of the whole colony.
Right.
That's how it all started in the honor of Drottning Kristina.
Yeah.
And once he built it, he left to go back to Sweden and let them know how things are going.
Mm-hmm.
And then he died on the way there.
Oh shit!
And he was like headed back, and they don't even say how he died. He just died.
Dead by travel.
I was going to say, it used to be really tough to make that journey. That's why it's crazy they made so many.
Eller hur? Den har dött en hel del alltså.
That new land shit.
Yeah.
So glad that shit's over.
Yeah. It's old now.
Fågelgrip kept going.
Mm-hmm.
And in 1638, it came back with another colonizer, a free slave named Anthony Swartz. I do not know if he was a black slave.
Okay.
But he was a free slave.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. I want to find out about Anthony Swartz.
Yeah.
And he was on the Fågelgrip return to Sweden with tobacco and furs.
Huh.
So they were still trading as they were doing this.
Yeah.
A lot of times they would use trading, I did read that as well, to fund their trips.
Okay.
There was one trip, it's in here somewhere, I'm sorry. But
yeah, no problem.
He used the furs, he went to the Caribbean. Like he took a pit stop in the Caribbean, which is it's like south of America, and then go on his way back up just to sell some fur and make sure that the trip was profitable.
Han åkte till ett jättevarmt land för att sälja pälsar. Yeah. That was a great salesman.
Yes. So you know what you need? Oh, yes, man.
Perfect dialect.
Could you cover your dreadlocks with something? I got a raccoon fur.
Yeah. Oh.
Söderkompaniet, which was that the thing they built, Gustav and them. In 1641, it was completely taken over by the Swedes. They were like, get these Dutch out of here.
Yeah, of course.
Actually, the Dutch dropped out.
Okay. Vi ser att svenskarna kastar på.
They had interest in the Dutch West Indian Company, which was giant back then.
Just det.
I get that. And then they got a monopoly on the tobacco trade in Sweden.
Okay.
The Söderkompaniet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And in July, Kling, who we talked about earlier, left Gothenburg with more immigrants, including a guy named Johan Andersson Stålkofta, and over 50 Finnish would-be colonizers, and on the Kalmanika and Charitas, and they arrived in New Sweden, on November 7th, and they started building up New Sweden. Sveaborg, which is Swedesboro, and New Stockholm. What city was that? I forget where that was, but that was Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Yeah.
So they're building those up, and he used the Finnish almost like slaves.
Yeah.
He took the Finns who were like, I don't know how to do a Finnish accent, but I'll be a slave. They're singing, wade in the water. Wade in the...
I don't even know how they would do it in English.
All they do is wade in the water in Finnish accent.
Finnish English accent. That's
sun up to sundown.
Wade in the water. I don't know, man. That's tricky. That's a tricky
one. You know what
one.
we do at our midsummer celebrations? We do pop songs in Finnish.
Okay.
Have you played that game before?
No.
I highly suggest this game. Okay. Anybody out there, they have pop songs played by Finnish bands.
Oh, really?
And you guess the song.
And they do it in Finnish.
The song is in Finnish.
Yeah.
But it's a pop song, so it'll be like
fun,
Firework by Katy Perry.
Yeah.
and it'll be in Finnish, and you can't get it.
Ah, cool.
Because it'll be like, you're like, oh, it's fireworks. It's a fun game. Highly recommended.
Yeah.
And that's probably how they got entertained on their way back to news.
Of course it was. It was invented on this, yeah.
Söderkompaniet had a colonel, Johan Björnsson Prince, who was the new governor and took over the area. He had served in Finland. He was familiar with the Finnish language, so it was important because they brought so many Finns to build it up.
Yeah.
And then in 43 to 1952, it keeps building up, but it's starting to, other countries are starting to get a little interested in America.
Yeah.
Fort Nassau had been built before the Swedes came there by the Dutch. And then this guy, Prince, made new purchases and built Fort New Gothenburg. And he had a private residence there, making it all nice on the west bank of the Delaware River. And they said the Dutch had to salute as they passed.
They didn't.
Nah. I don't know how to say no.
Yeah. Nine.
And then they had Nya Korsholm in that time as well. And the Swedish expedition with the new settlers arrived in the colony, and they brought 12 new settlers. That's not even that big of a number. In October of 1646.
12 people?
Yeah, 12 new, and then in October of 1646, 14 new.
Okay.
And in 48, 12 new. So it's not even like...
Borde funnits plats för fler på
exactly.
Hur liten var den här båten?
This might be why it ran out.
Yeah, probably.
We got 7 more people here now.
Okay, vi är dubbelt så många har dött.
Exactly. Then they had a boat in 1649. Kattan. It set sail from Stockholm.
Yeah.
To come and bring some more people. And then it was 70 people on it. So now we got a good number.
Yeah.
And they had women and children on this one too.
Oh.
The ship sank on...
De har äntligen förstått att de behöver kvinnor för att föröka sig. Då bara...
On August 28th, 1649, near Puerto Rico. Like, what were y'all doing? Why are you down there?
Of course, man.
None of them reached the colony.
No.
Because it sank. So now it's like starting to go down. In the 1653 to 55, there's conflicts now. The Dutch and the Swedes aren't getting along.
Yeah.
Prince was kind of tough on the colonizers. And they wanted him to resign. They started like revolting.
Yeah.
How dare they? And then he said, you're mutineers, like you're trying to have a mutiny. And he had people executed.
Oh, shit.
That doesn't sit well.
No. Dålig strategi.
And then the population starts dwindling, which you don't want at this time.
Yeah.
You're building all this stuff. And the population decreased to 70 people because of people just leaving.
Yeah.
There's plagues. And there was and they were like talking to the Dutch again, like, hey guys, can we get more people? Because they need people to come into the colony. And then what's his name? Prince is going back and forth from the U.S. to Gothenburg. He's trying to get more people.
Yeah.
And they had 350 new colonizers ready to make a big voyage. And then they got dysentery on board.
Oh, nej, så alla dog. Nej.
Around 100 people died.
Oh, shit.
Of the 350.
Oh, fy fan.
And you know the other 250 were probably like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
You know like,
yeah.
100 people died on the boat. You got dead bodies on there.
Oh, shit. Oof.
The Golden Shark, which is another boat, it navigated the wrong way.
Uh-huh.
And it ended up on the Hudson River.
Shout out to Sully.
Shout out to Sully. And then the Dutch seized it. I was like, oh, this is our shit now. And on May 22nd, so it's all just falling apart.
Yeah.
And the next year, May 22nd, around 250 colonizers come. And on the 20th of of May, it first anchored at Fort Nya Elfsborg, we talked about. But then they found it later abandoned. And it was taken without a fight. Later, the fort there, because now we got the Dutch and the Sweden going at it, and it's not built. Their colony is not building up anymore. On June 21st, they held a meeting with the local natives, and they signed friendship agreements, and they signed new settlements. So now it's looking good again. And then in September of 1654, which is the same year, another ship arrives in Sweden, and the Dutch followed the development of a Swedish colony, and they were like, let's kill them all. Let's end them. The war is still going on. And the Dutch are like, we're at war with these motherfuckers. Why are we letting them do that? So then the Netherlands, they wanted to support their colonial territories, while Sweden is going to war with Poland. We've talked about this in the past. Going to war with Poland, and they couldn't defend New Sweden. So the colony basically got forgotten by Sweden as like real Sweden.
Oh, shit.
New Sweden gets forgotten. And the Dutch had 7 warships and 300 soldiers come in and invade New Sweden. And on August 30th, they forced sail into Delaware Bay, and they reached Fort Trefaldighet on August 31st, and they sieged the fort. And they had 30 fighting men, 10 guns, and the Swedes surrendered. And the fort was surrendered on September 11th, the most important September 11th of all time.
Of course, that's the only one that comes to mind.
Then they sieged Fort Christina. Drottning Christina's spot, and the Swedes start surrendering all of their area, and the Dutch basically take over. The Lenape people, they assisted the Swedes during the siege.
Oh, nice.
The natives. It's so sad whenever I read any of these things.
That
the natives are always so fucking sweet. You never hear about only in retaliation are they mean. They're sweet to the Swedes, who were kind of not so bad, but
kind of assholes.
You're still taking their land and shit. And they tried to help them. They attacked Fort New Amsterdam for the Swedes. They tried to gather forces around New Sweden, but it didn't help. They were just outnumbered and outgunned. And the Dutch took over. And New Sweden's population was at around 400 people. So they are building up, but that was it, man.
Shit.
There was a fall of the colony, and the New Netherlands was now that part of America. And there's some Dutch podcasts right now talking about
the victory
at New Netherlands and Sweden being too. But so many times we've talked about Sweden overextending itself. And it's such a sliding doors. To know what would have happened if Sweden would have been a little bit more strategic.
Maybe don't let blood rule who's ruling.
Who's in charge, Maybe vote. They did. They kind of tried to. They knew that was right, too, because they tried to vote on kings and shit. The memory of the Swedish era still lives on today, mainly around Wilmington, Delaware. I've been there. I'm so familiar with the area that I get all excited. The Swedes founded the first Lutheran congregations in North America. Little fun fact there. They have the church called the Holy Trinity. It's the oldest still active church in North America. Swedish church.
Shit.
And in Philadelphia, they have the oldest church in Philadelphia. There's a church in West New Jersey that's the oldest. It's also Swedish. And there's several places from the old colony that are included in the National Register of Historic Places as an American National Historic Site.
Shit.
And sometimes I wonder why Sweden has such a, I want to say obsession, but it's not really obsession, but like an affection towards America. And it might be because they were there before America became America.
Might have been.
There's some historic landmarks that are part of this as well. Like you can't fuck with it. It's American historic landmarks. And in 1909, almost 300 years later, the Swedish Colonial Society was founded by Amadeus Johnson, which sounds like a Swedish American.
Yeah.
With the aim of preserving Swedish memory in America. That's about it. There's some other historical stuff, but we talked about the churches and all of that.
Yeah, that's good, man. Shit, I didn't know any of that.
Yeah. Oh, really?
No.
Oh, perhaps the greatest contribution of New Sweden to the development of the New World, which they called America at the time, was the log house building technique.
Yeah,
you mentioned it with the Chris Crossan.
Yeah,
the colonists of New Sweden brought with them the log cabin.
Yeah,
I heard about it as a kid, how great it is.
Yeah,
the log cabin, and even President Lincoln raved about it too.
Yeah.
Which we all learn we learned that he's a great guy.
That's all he raved about.
And slave work.
Yeah.
But it became such an icon of the American frontier that is commonly thought of as an American structure, but no.
Oh, cool.
Swedes.
See, we got our stuff there.
The CA, man, we should go to America together. The CA Northnagel log house on Swedesboro, which I drove past so many times. On the turnpike, you don't stop there.
Yeah.
But you're like almost out of Jersey.
Yeah.
And you pass Swedesboro. But there's a road in Gibbstown, New Jersey, on Swedesboro-Paulsboro Road is what it's called. It's one of the oldest surviving log houses in the United States, and it's a Swedish facility.
Cool, man. Tack.
But that's Nya Sweden. Oh.
Shit.
Wait a second. Before I get out of here, I'm going to have to mention the person who suggested this.
Yeah, of course.
I don't see the name. It's just LL.
Okay, shout out to LL.
Shout out to Cool J.
Yeah.
And he's got more suggestions. He sent me 3.
Fint av honom.
And this one is the one I thought was cool and to do because I just got back from the States.
Yeah.
And we talked about Austin and the connection with Sweden.
Yeah.
And I got so inspired by that I was like, let's do some more Sweden in America. Nya Sweden.
Awesome, man.
So cool, man.
Thanks for teaching me New Sweden.
Yeah, man.
That was awesome.
That's it, man.
Be a patron.
These last 2 have been kind of long, man.
Yeah.
But
I like it.
It is what it is,
We've had some short also, so it evens out.
That's right. Thanks for checking it out.
Yeah.
You can support us by writing a review. Go in right now into your podcast app and say how great this podcast is.
5 stjärnor.
Give 5 stars, man. If your app gives you 6, give 6. If it gives 10, give 10. It's going to give you 5. Do 5.
Yeah.
And we appreciate that. You can also support us, patreon.com/teachmesweden. You can give as little as 10 crowns a month and get extra stuff like this. The video of this, you can see Erik being shocked at this information about Nya Sweden that I gave him. And you can see me struggling to say words in Swedish.
No,
stuff like that, or ad-free episodes too if you don't like commercials. But anyway, we appreciate the support. Most importantly, you support us and you listen to us and spread the word.
Yeah.
Email us suggestions like LL Cool J did.
Yeah. Många kändisar hör av sig.
Yes, all the time. teachmesweden@gmail.com.
Skriv på engelska till Jonathan, skriv på svenska till mig.
Yes.
Så vi har en aning.
This has been Jonathan Rollins
och Erik Broström
teaching you Sweden.
Frid!